Okay. Hey everybody, what's up? I am back for the scandal review, people. Oh yes, this has been a most fabulous episode of Scandal. It was a mystery. It was full of scandal. Okay, I'm sorry, you guys. I'm so sleepy. I just finished watching Tamar and Vince, and then I want to go watch my Ashley review since Lyric is over here knocked out sleep. So I'm about to do my review, y'all. Hope y'all like it. Hope y'all get y'all life. I hope so. Okay. Okay, so the episode starts off with some man running out of his home to the mail lady. He hands her a package and she rides off. As soon as she turns the corner, he pulls out a gun and blows out his fucking brains. Figments of his brain are all over the mailbox. It was just it was fit for HBO. So then we get to Olivia and Senator Davis, who are on a date, and they're having some going back and forth, Democratic, Republican, Reagan sucked, but he did his job type of conversation. And it was all very cute, and it's nice to see her showing interest to someone else. So he asked to come in, of course, and she was like, nah, I can't. So when she goes inside, she starts listening to the feed of Abby and David Rosen in his apartment talking, and they're discussing things such as Hollis Doyle and Citron and all that, but then they get into some personal shit. Oh yes, people, he wants to give her a drawer, meaning he wants her to come over often, sleep, maybe one day get a key, maybe one day get a ring, maybe one day get a baby, but first we have to crack the case. So Olivia kind of gets uncomfortable listening to this whole, back and forth that they're having, because Abby is going to take the drawer so he can move his little dusty ass socks into another drawer. And, she's uncomfortable, and you can see kind of the disgust on her face, and I think it's because she feels like, damn, I'm going to have to break them up, and she's finally found somebody, and I'm going to have to break that shit up. You can tell she has some type of feeling toward this. Oh, yeah, I want to talk about something right quick about this. I've had a few people asking me, I just want to know how long my neighbors are going to make noise. It sounds like somebody's sawing wood. My boyfriend sleep. I can't sleep with that shit. So, yeah, we're going to have a problem. Sorry, you guys. Back to the story. Okay, my issue. Okay. People have been asking me how I feel about Olivia as far as her being like the mistress, and, everybody, want to, have sympathy for her, and in real life she would be the hoe, and, everybody like, wondering if I have some type of, I'm like, people read too much into shit. People always want to read, a situation. This is not a fucking reality show. When are y'all just going to start watching shit based on how it's written? It's written to make you sympathetic of Olivia and Fitz's situation. It's written in order for you to find her as the protagonist, not the antagonist, if you know what that means. It means the good or bad character in a play, film, and/or episode, okay? Like, this is what it is. She is the good guy. She's the good guy because she's a good person and because she fixes things. Yes, she has bad guy qualities, but doesn't everybody? Doesn't everybody have dualism? Doesn't everybody have two sides? I want people just to stop overanalyzing this fucking show. It's written, it's scripted, it's fucking awesome, and I'm sorry, but I'm definitely not on Millie's side. I don't care what anybody says. I don't like Millie. Millie only wanted to be with Fitz so she could be, the wife of the president. Like, let's be real. Come on now, y'all. Come on now. Stop acting like, oh man, she's the wife, and in real life, this is not fucking real life. Get over it. That's how I feel about that. Okay, back to the story. So anyway, he wants Abby to have a drawer, like I said, and then Huck is, we get to Huck. Huck has just had his sleepover, his boom room in the room, his grind, his, deep, his deep, like he went in it, he got in it. and with the drug girl from AA, and her name is Rebecca. So now I will be calling her Rebecca now that I know what her name is, because I had no idea what the fuck her name was in the past 2 episodes. So Rebecca and him are in the bed. Obviously, you can tell they just fucks. She gets up and she goes into the restroom, and while she's in the restroom, he pulls out some type of camera device out of a jar that was sitting on her nightstand, takes out her credit cards and IDs and everything, and takes pictures of them, because of course Huck is going to do a background check on this bitch. And yeah, that's what we do. That's what we do in this business. So then we get to Cyrus and James. And y'all know James is Cyrus' husband. And he just did an expose about Hollis Doyle, and it's in the New York Times. He quoted something that Cyrus said in bed about Hollis being, you know, an asshole who, you know, wouldn't be invited into the White House if it weren't for the fact that he was a blank check. And James, you know, you're not supposed to use the things that he tells you in the bedroom to write in the newspaper, especially when Hollis Doyle can bring down everyone. I'm sorry, y'all. It's just, don't you become sometimes annoyed when people are constantly doing shit to, like, make you be like, oh, you fucking it up. You fucking it up. And that's how I be feeling when it comes to Abby and James and David. Just saying. So, anyway, Cyrus and James discussed this, and of course Cyrus is pissed off out of his fucking mind, and James is like, fuck that, it's my job. They want me to write more of them about Hollis Doyle. I'm doing this shit. I'm storming the fuck off. Like, that was basically how the situation ended. So obviously we're going to have more issues between Cyrus and James throughout this episode. So Olivia gets that package that man sent in the mail, because we saw at the beginning that the package that he had sent in the mail was to Olivia Pope. Well, it was some type of Morse code shit, and Huck read it in real, excuse me, I'm sorry. We went the Outback. Anyway, so Huck read it, and he saw his name in the Morse code or whatever like that, and he was like, this is about spies because my real name is on it. So, you know, Huck basically says that, you know, this is about some spies. They find out that, about Crosby. That was the guy who shot himself at the beginning of the episode. And Crosby was Huck's case officer back when he was a part of a secret group made by the CIA called the B-16. Oh yes, the B-16 was a group of badass assassins, which I'll be getting to soon. It's really fun, you guys. It's really fun. Anyway, so Huck goes to get his bag, like, you know. Oh yeah, they said that the reason why the guy shot himself in public, because, you know, Harrison was like, why the fuck would you shoot yourself in the middle of the street? I thought the same thing. The reason why is because so that the other assassins could know that it wasn't a hit. That, you know, it wasn't a hit, meaning that nobody killed him. Something's fucking happening. Like, you know, it was like a red flag. So Huck goes to get his bag and is getting ready to leave. And Olivia runs to him and is like, what the fuck, where you going? No, give me a chance to fix this. I can fix this. He sent it to me too. So obviously he meant for me to try to fix this shit. Just give me 24 hours. You know, she does her fast talking, and I mean, you can obviously see that this is more of a family type thing that they have going on. And I think their relationships towards one another begin to play out in this episode. And I read this earlier today in an article I read on Twitter. Yeah. So anyway, Hollis Doyle and Cyrus are having a conversation. And Hollis, you know, of course, Hollis is mad about the article that James did in the Times paper about him. And it's saying, you know, this is going to be bad shit for you too. I don't know what you want to call him, but you need to get your wife in check. And he was like, he's my husband. I'm going to call him my husband. And I can't dictate what he writes just as much as he can't dictate what I tell the president to do. And, you know, Hollis ain't trying to hear that shit, because we all know that Hollis will pop a motherfucker off if he starts to make a situation difficult. So Hollis tells him, I don't give a fuck what you and your husband want to call one another. Get your wife on a leash. And I don't know if Hollis has a wife, but you should know that if you have a wife, most likely, unless you're beating her, she's not on a leash. And you damn sure can't keep her on one. I don't know what's wrong with Hollis. Get your life. You know, straight, anti-gay, homophobic as he want to be still. Come on, boo, let's make some sense now. You can't, you know, wife's leash. Come on now, get your life. So then we get to Michael. Michael, I think his name was Michael Irv or something like that. But I'm gonna just call him Michael because that's what I thought they said. Michael is the guy who is on, who is known as a whistleblower. He's always blowing the tops off things. I think that's somewhat like your boy who did the like a whistleblower. Y'all know what the fuck whistleblowers is. All right, so this dude wants to whistleblow on the CIA's former employees who were the B-16. He's going to basically release this information, and he wants to leak it. And so Olivia goes to meet the lawyer, and the guy's on a laptop with his face all blurred, talking big shit to Olivia, saying that he's going to release the information whether she likes it or not. Olivia, listens to the conversation and basically deduce that he ain't gonna do shit because he doesn't have it yet. So that means she gets on the phone and call Huck and tell him, look, if he had what he needed to expose you, he would have done it already. What you need to do right now is get all of these people in the same room so we could figure out which one of them is going to give him the information, since those are the only people that know about it. So that's what they're gonna have to do. Well, who knows that these specific people were in this group? Like, of course, people in the CIA may know of the group, but that doesn't mean they know who the people are that were in the group or where they are now. So, we don't want this information leaked, because if it's leaked, then they're going to have to either go on a run or they're going to have to murk dudes. So here we go. The spies, Huck is in there listening to this radio frequency, and Quinn and Abby walk in, and they're like, what the fuck are you listening to? And he basically explains that every day these spies listen to the radio at a certain time, and every day they listen really closely to see if there's any code. And if there's no code, it's cool. But whenever there is a code, it's time to go home. Yeah. Shit was scary. But throughout the episode, didn't it seem like Huck's eyebrows were lifting more and more off his eyes? He started looking like Paco again. I'm just saying. I just thought it was funny. Anyway, so Harrison goes to talk to Olivia while, they're in there talking about that. And he tells her, it's getting weird around here, don't you think? And of course, she tries to act like nothing is wrong. But he tells her, check this out. Abby's fucking David Rosen. You're basically holding this office like a shrine. Y'all know your boy who was working for her last season, her right-hand man, the British dude. Forgot his name. He's not on here this season. I hope they don't do that shit where they get rid of somebody every fucking season. I hope they don't do that. But that dude left. But basically, he's saying that shit is not right around here. What do you need? What do you need for me to do? She tries to, push him off or whatever. He says that, look, when I sat in jail, when I got arrested that night, you sat in jail with me for hours, okay? I am, she was like, it's my job. And he was like, don't fucking play me like that. I am not your job. You are my family. I am your gladiator. What the fuck do you need me to do to fix this? You're in here every day, sad as fuck. I see what's going on. Let me help you. I love you. Like, he basically telling her, bitch, I love you. Let me help you. I'm your family, not just we're not just your employees. So, she's getting all emotional and shit. And she basically tells him, Abby and David can't be together. He says, I can't tell you why, but they can't be together. He says, consider it done. As she's walking out the door, she says her husband used to beat her. Maybe you can use that. And all I could think of was, damn, Olivia, that's fucked up. But, hey, shit gotta happen. So then Olivia talks to Cyrus over the phone. Well, he calls her, I think, because he's tripping out about the James situation. She says it doesn't matter about his job. Do whatever you have to do to protect him. Because at the end of the day, Hollis Doyle will murk that ass if he has to. So then we get to Harrison, and Harrison is in a bar paying off a woman, and she's saying that David is a good guy. She's not doing this for the money. And they're like, what the fuck is going on? Well, we get back to the office. The assassins are coming. And it's so funny because Huck is standing at the door and Abby tries to go get her gun. And Huck is like, bitch, don't go get no fucking gun. Because she lied and said she's going to get like aspirin or some shit. He's like, don't play with me. Don't fucking leave. Don't go get your gun. They'll blow your fucking brains out before you even, hit the trigger. And, she chills on it. And Olivia, he was like, oh, so we're taking, Abby said, so we're taking, what she said? We taking orders from a killer now. And she says, Olivia told the bitch, you're taking orders from me. I don't know what it is, but it annoys me that Abby has to be the one all the time to question why the fuck we doing something. Don't you hate that shit? Like, it's cool when you feel like she leaving you out of the situation, but this is like obviously something for your own good, and your stupid ass is still sitting up here arguing. Shut the fuck up sometimes, Abby. Jesus Christ. You would think that since the bitch got so much shit that she's hiding right now, she would shut the fuck up sometimes, right? But no, that's not Abby. So the first person that comes up is this blonde soccer mom who tries to act like she came to the wrong place. She sees Huck and she calls him Spin. And everybody's looking like, who the fuck is Spin? And then, he says, give up your weapon. She was like, I'm a mother of 3. That was like, bitch, give up your weapon. So she puts the gun in there and then, she walks in. So then all the other guys start to come. Paul, Melvin, a lady named Betsy, and Charlie. We all know Charlie. Charlie was mixed up in a shit with, the girl last season. He was hired to do some shit, and Huck ended up having to torture him. He let him live, but he tortured him. So yeah, they have a little bad blood between the two of them. So they all sit at a table, and Olivia tells them they will lose everything if this info is published, so they need to work together. They also need to resist the urge to kill this dude because there will always be another hacker there to take his place. So they all agree. She tells him to stay in the room until she comes back. And, of course, Charlie says some little smart shit to Huck. Whatever, dude. So, then we get to, okay, yeah, they went to a commercial break. They came back. And then everybody is, still sitting around the table. All of the spies are still in the room. And Melvin is one of the assassins, this old white guy. He tells Huck that he became a doctor to save lives and to make up for some of the lives that he took. And then he realized that the only reason he became a doctor was because he liked to cut people open. And then he gets on the phone and gives a prescription to somebody. And then everybody else is on the phone. Betsy is talking to somebody about her bed and breakfast. Paul is talking to somebody about a student at school. Wink is talking to her kids. Charlie doesn't have anyone to call. Huck calls Rebecca and leaves a message on her phone. Isn't that sweet? Oh, Huck. So then Harrison and Abby are looking through public records, and Harrison asks about David. He asked, did she give him a background check yet? And she's like, he's a good guy. I don't have to do that. And da-da-da-da. He's like, look, I love you like a sister, and I'm telling you, I wouldn't want anything bad to happen to you. So you know what you got to do. Just do the fucking background check. You can tell that he probably didn't set something up for her to find. So we get back to the spies, and they all kind of come to the conclusion that 6 other people knew about the B-16 that aren't in the room. But then they all pull guns on one another, which I don't fucking understand. So then Olivia's on the phone with Quinn, and Quinn is standing outside the door, and she says that she's hit a wall. She's coming back to the office. So Quinn goes and runs to Harrison and Abby as they're coming up the elevator and tell them, hey, these motherfuckers are pulling guns out on one another. Harrison goes and up being the smooth talker that he is and tells everybody that Olivia Pope is the best at the fucking job. She will handle it. Please put the damn guns down. Huck, I'm giving you till 2. Got the 2. Huck put his gun down. Wink put her gun down. Got the 3. Everybody else slowly puts their fucking guns down. So then he asked them for the guns, and then they turned the guns on him, which really scared the fuck out of him. So he backs out the office, and he was like, that's big baby. That's that big office, baby. Big baby, fat baby, big office, baby. Yes. Give me my baby back, baby back. So then we get to Cyrus and James, who are in the Oval Office. Supposedly, this is something that James always wanted to do. So Cyrus asks to meet him in the Oval Office and gets all emotional and starts to explain to him how he's going to lose his job if stories about Holly's doll keep getting printed, because obviously you can't keep from telling your gay husband all of your fucking information while y'all lay in the bed. Making him look soft. So he starts to kind of get emotional and cry. And James tells him he won't do any more stories on Hollis Doyle. And he loves them. And then they have this deep, passionate, nasty-ass old man gay kiss, which I loved. And and then James leaves the office. And, then Cyrus is like, the shit that I gotta do. So then Olivia goes to talk to Barry, who is the lawyer for the guy Michael, with the little laptop in the, fucking, garage wherever we are, being all dramatic and dark and leery and shit with the trench coats on. And he, is talking about the shit is gonna happen, blah, 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 blah. She's obviously getting mad about the shit. So she breaks the laptop and tells Barry, check this out. I'm trying to keep these assassins from killing your ass, and they're going to come to you, and they're going to torture you, and they're going to get everything they need to know out of you. So you might as well give me whatever information you have right now before they come and kill your ass. So he gives her an account number that he had to send the money to. Right. So she calls Huck and gives Huck the account number, and he's like, you did all you can do. It's my house now. Don't come back to work. Go home. I don't want you not to be there when I get back. Go home, Olivia. I'm not going anywhere. I have to take care of it. It's my house, bitch. I got this. So he goes back into the office and he puts on the table a piece of paper with the account number on it. And then he says, Doc, earlier you were on the phone. You called a prescription into somebody, and each and every single spy knew the number by heart, including the number of prescriptions. And everybody came to the conclusion that he is the one that set everybody up. He is the one that was going to leak the information. Well, they were all going to shoot him, but Huck jumped in front of Charlie's gun because Charlie was the only one that pulled his gun. And he gives a speech about how they were fucking heroes and that he finally found a woman. You know what I mean? He found somebody that he liked, and, he likes her because she's normal and he wants to be normal. I mean, but he likes to fucking kill people. It's beautiful. And all of them like to kill people. And they, this is how the CIA trained them, and then they took it away. And now you're a fucking hero who can't even say that you're a hero. People don't know who you are. You have to be quiet about it forever. And Melvin just wanted people to know what the fuck we did. He wanted to be free. And he gives this great speech, and Wink blows Melvin's fucking brains out. And she was like, it was a great speech and all, Huck, but yeah, no, I got 3 kids. Not playing this game, because he could still leave here and do the shit all over again. No, thank you. No. So all of the assassins clean up the mess as Huck sits in the chair. And I mean, they work fast. Wink cleans up all of the blood and guts off of Huck as he just sits there like a fucking stone. And they leave and disappear, and I'm sure they make it look like it was some kind of accident or some shit like that. They wrap him up. They do their spy thing. So Olivia comes and, she's like, you're still here. And he's like, yeah. And then he tells her, he was like, spinster. They never thought that I would meet anybody. That's why they used to call him Spin, because he was a spinster and they never thought he would meet anybody. And that's why he told the story about him meeting Rebecca, because they all knew what that would mean to him, which is why the old lady was getting that all, warm, I just baked cookies for my grandkids look on her face. So, that was that. So then we get to Abby. Abby is in David's apartment going crazy. David is like, what the fuck is going on? She posts a picture of some woman who got beat up. Supposedly this is his ex-girlfriend who fell down a flight of stairs, he says. He says he never touched her. She says, she's like, fuck that. You didn't know shit about me, did you? And I found a picture of me in your garbage can. And she pulls out the picture of him that she found in his, stack or whatever. And it's her all beat up. And she was like, did you investigate me before or after we started fucking? He was like, before. I investigated everybody. You know that. And she was like, but yeah, you didn't tell me that you was a wife beater. And da-da-da-da-da-da. So, of course, we realized that this is what Harrison hooked up. Harrison had, because she went and talked to this woman. She went and talked to his ex, and his ex told her things in order to make her believe that he would do something like that. And she was like, you're supposed to be a good guy, but you're not a good guy. You're just like all the other guys. So, of course, this is somehow broken Abby in some type of way. So she hurry up and rushes out, and she leaves. And she goes to Olivia, and she goes to talk to Olivia, and she explains everything to Olivia and tells her that she's sorry that, because she knew that her fucking with David would hurt Olivia, and she did it anyway out of spite, and she was sorry. And Olivia was like, it's okay, but you could see the look on Olivia's face that she was really hurt that she had to do that to her. So then Harrison is walking back and forth, and he's moving his stuff into your boy's old office, and it's on his face too. You could just see the guilt on, on their faces like a motherfucker. So then we get later in that night, and Olivia's at home, and Senator Davis knocks on the door with popcorn and food and tells her, look, I got movies. I want to come in. You either going to take me now and let me come in, or we're not doing this shit no more. And then she starts crying, and he's like, what the fuck is going on? And she pulls him into the bedroom, and they start to get it on. They did it. And also, if you all don't know, this shit won't be coming on next week. Sorry, November 29th. Everything is off for Thanksgiving. That was the review. But next episode is supposed to be Fitz's birthday and somebody gets shot. And he's jealous that she's with Senator Davis. Oh yeah, I forgot to say how Olivia asked about Fitz when she was on the phone with Cyrus. You still love him. He still love you too. It ain't over. It ain't over. Better believe this shit ain't over. So yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed this review. It's so late and I'm so tired. So I really hope y'all enjoyed it. Like, comment, and subscribe. I love you all. Thank you for watching. Thank you for coming back. Please share me on your Twitter, on your Facebook, on your Tumblr, all of the above. Just share your girl around. Everybody has to get their life. So I will see you guys in the next video and have a beautiful evening.